The Beginning, an Old Testament Journey, episode 87. What happens when you follow the Lord's commandments or prophets and your life becomes even more difficult? That's the question I want to talk about just a little bit today. How many times in your life have you done what you thought was right? You followed a prompting, you followed a prophet, you followed your preacher, or some other inspiration that moved you to take action that actually made your life more difficult. This is something that the Israelites faced. They followed Moses, who they thought was a trusted leader. He brought 10 different plagues to the Egyptians and finally released them of their oppressors, those who had put them into bondage over something simply as not being the right country or nationality, simply because they were Israelites. The Israelites left Egypt with Moses, believing that they would be protected. They even sung a song of praise, indicating how grateful they were to finally be free. Little did they know, the Egyptians would chase after them, something we're going to talk about in the episode tomorrow. Now, they didn't realize that their life was going to become more difficult, and they really didn't know it was going to be harder once they crossed the Red Sea. The Egyptians were behind them. What could have possibly been more difficult than being under the driving force of the Egyptians? And yet we'll discover how things got even more challenging for them and how the promised land that they really wanted and thought they were going to wasn't really presented to many of them because of their lack of faith in Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father. This is not what they were expecting, I'm sure. I'm sure they were thinking that life surely would be so much easier under the care of the Lord and Moses. And yet they found basic needs and basic comforts that they had back in Goshen were not found in the desert, the life that they were then living. They were under strict laws of the law of Moses to guide daily activities right down to very specific step-by-step instructions, something they also did not necessarily have back in Egypt. And yet, the Lord did provide a promised land to them once they were ready and once they were prepared and once many of the older generation of the Israelites had passed away. And as I've thought about this, I'm often reminded that the Lord has something amazing in store for us, even when following his counsel seems to make life harder temporarily. Remember that the Lord always sees the beginning all the way through the end. He knows what's best for you, and he is leading you to your own promised land. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.